This is YouTube Just a WM2 Jorslaka Impact. Episode 1, Spotted in the Skies. Spot in the skies. Alright, maybe we can let's begin. So this series is, like I said in the trailer, is going to be about, sorry, just ignore that. What if it's an asteroid about bigger than the one that killed the dinosaurs did today? This asteroid is like 12 miles in diameter. I'm not sure how much. Let me look up how much that is. So it's 19.31 kilometers. And then there's for those of you who aren't American, who are not American. And then there's sorry, I'm just hoping this. And then there's also this asteroid. The scientists there's only spotted 5 months. That's 5 months before the impact. Closer to 10 months. It's like about a year before the impact is when it's spotted. They decide, they keep it secret for first few days and weeks, for a few days with Congress, but then the news spreads, so they make accurate measurements of fish. As soon as they realize it's going to collide with Earth, the news spreads across the world. Everyone hears about it, and then they launch like 8 months before the collision. As soon as the collision's noticed, they're probably start building. It's public knowledge they're going to start building bunkers and stockpile food, water. We'll probably even have to grow our own food, create underground farms, all that. More on that later. And then there's they launch a transponder, which is like GPS onto the asteroid, determine its location. The asteroid's it's determined that it's revealed that the asteroid is on a collision course with Earth in the Gulf of Alaska. It's going to impact. And then also, it has 2 moons, which, of course, they're going to be destroyed in the impact. But how, we'll get to that. And then that's next episode. For now, everyone's leaving. I wouldn't be able to stand this, but it's worth choices. Those only for people who live in the impact area. I'm in New York, so I'm far enough away to be safe from the initial blast. Regardless, we'll probably have to shelter in bunkers. We'll start building bunkers, these nice, deep underground. Yeah, it's the end of the world. I don't know if Mr. Tupo wants to be in this, but this is an end of the world scenario. There's no going, no, not like that. No, it's not end of the world. It's mass extinction. End of the world that's totally dramatic. It's not, an asteroid can't destroy the Earth. At least not at this speed. But this asteroid is going to be traveling at Mr. Tupo's there. He's hiding in the... No, he's not hiding yet. We're just preparing for the... He's in a separate bunker, of course. He might be in the same bunker compounds as me. You never know. Anyway, the asteroid is traveling at 150,000... No, not that fast. No, more like 90,000 miles an hour. So it's about 144,800 kilometers per hour. Again, for those of you who are not American or used to the metric. And then I'm used to standard. And then also, anyway, I'm used to imperial, I meant. Anyway, the asteroid is flying through space. How many months to... So now we have only... Now the traffic jam subside with 2 months. So probably just they'll be over by 6 months after the collision, or before the collision. I meant 6 months to go, and then they'll probably we started years before they'll probably be over in just 10 months, and then the next thing to do is tell the whole animal world. They'll tell every living thing on Earth, animals, about what's going to happen, and also of course, your family and humanity, children, loved ones. I know it might be hard, but that's what you have to do. But over the next, over the next few months, everyone learns that life on Earth, or at least the majority of it, could will go extinct easily. And then we'll get the way the series will end on a happy note. And then but this is gonna be spectacular when the collision comes. Alright, so the next thing to do is just probably around 4 months before the 2 months is when they'll start. By this point, animals will all be in. They probably will. They'll start loading start building the indoor farms. Will take shape around 4 months before 2 months before the collision, or before the impact. Around 4 months, let's say like 3 months before the impact, and then there's we've just like in a week before impact, when the asteroid starts traveling on the orbit of Earth around there. No, when it gets closer, topic for later. That's when some people would try to enjoy it. No, some people would try to enjoy it. Hold on a minute. Get this out of the way. Some people would try to enjoy it. That's not traffic. I'm just showing you a final peaceful few weeks of their lives. Who aren't sheltered in the bunker. Imagine some people would take off to other planets, but I doubt that will happen. No, I don't know it. Regardless, we're going to only focus on Earth in this series. Alright, so and some people will be protesting and rioting over it, arguing that the world's governments, that every government's not doing enough to stop it. But most people would probably just try to enjoy a peaceful few weeks of life on Earth. Alright, that's the end of the first episode. But next time we'll be talking about the pre-effects of the impact. I'm not gonna spoil anything for you. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. As always, bye-bye. And also, don't forget to check out my other channels and social media links in the description. Goodbye.